So today we're gonna go with our shoulder blades. And to begin with our shoulder blades, we will begin, of course, with our feet. Kind of place them on the ground, in the ground. Just find a comfortable position from your feet, through your feet, up into your knees. And of course, as we're going to go, you can change it, but we're basically going to be on the one position thingy today. Not position, like one imda, post. Would you say position?
Yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
post, yeah, okay, so. And slowly, as you're not slowly, but just as we're finding that position for our feet, just allow your body to kind of להתמסר to that searching. So I could do a bit with my right foot and my left foot. And while we're, what's the word? להתמסר? להתמסר?
While we're finding, you can
No,
say.
no. What's the word for להתמסר? Huh? להתמסר to something or להתמסר to someone? Are we missing a word in English again?
Is there a word for hitmatzer in English?
No, Ima, להתמסר.
Hitmatzer.
לא משנה, באמת, לא משנה. Okay. Do you all know what it means? Okay, we'll take a moment. להתמסר is when I just give in to something. Just kind of allow yourself, maybe that is the phrase, להתמסר, kind of just give in to that search with your body. So you, your thoughts, your ideas, your wholeness and your body can become one in that search. So you're not too stuck in your mind, sorry. So we already have movement. We don't need to start anything. We can even just be here for the whole 15, 18, 16 minutes. Okay, that's where I want us to search, to begin our search. And we'll continue with this movement, with this hitmasrut, as we bring the focus up to our chest area. And of course, we can use our hands to kind of just wake it up, bring more sensations into this area of our chest, of our ribs area, in order not to call it a cage. Just kind of rediscover this part. And we can use our elbows as we slide around the room with them, with the elbows, to wake up more areas in this rib section from within. Maybe even we can take ourselves to a little cleaning sensation, as if we have a little brush that we can take in between the ribs. We don't need to know too much about how or what goes on there. Just the general idea of this will do, to go in there. And as we're going into the rib cage, we can already connect ourselves to the shoulder blades, allowing our hands to communicate with our shoulder blades over there. We can use our hands to try and put on our shoulder blade. We can maybe even grab a shoulder blade for a moment, or both. We don't have to physically reach. And if we just just use the idea of grabbing onto our shoulder blades, just kind of imagining the movement around there. And you know how, I don't know if you have the image of a shoulder blade, but it kind of looks like Africa. When there's that spitz down at the bottom, that pointy bottom, and then it goes up lemala where Egypt is, it's flat, so we can take that and play around with that Africa looking bone, and we can again imitate with our hands how we would like it to play over our shoulder. If we could bring the shoulder blades over our shoulder again, rest them on our chest, have them move around. Maybe you can even sense the connection between the shoulder blade movement and the arm, how they connect. Where will I take my shoulder blade to lift the arm? If you don't feel the connection, it's fine. Just go with the arms and go with the shoulder blades, sliding and gliding. If we could place our shoulder blades on our lower back, just above our pelvis, and if we could move the shoulder blades on our pelvis in the same manner, without letting go from the hitmasut of our shoulder blades on our shoulders, just kind of giving more movement options from our pelvis to our shoulders. Maybe we can place them here in front, where our hips are, where our whole, I don't know what to call this area now specifically, as we're just moving our shoulder blades on our lower stomach, getting even more movement options in my upper part, allowing it to communicate with my neck. I could put my shoulder blades like maybe on my ears, have my ears out for me, moving, sliding and gliding, and the feet are down there constantly placing themselves on the ground without moving around. They're just kind of digging in or hovering over, allowing us again to just give in to the upper part, feeling it like Play-Doh that I can play with my hands. Maybe again, kind of breaking through the idea of a rib cage opening up, just with the idea of the shoulder blades running, melting, sliding, gliding over my chest, maybe taking them into our armpits, having more movement from in there, bringing them together over our sternum, and maybe from inside, what would happen if we were to place them on the inside of our vertebrae, of our ribs from behind. If they could slide and glide and they get like a ring, like we can already for the inside of the rib area, then and they're inside, so we can find the blades like cars running in a ring around from the inside, or have this image of these motorbikes that go around in those death rings, just kind of. So allow your shoulder blade to just go around there, inside, and you can choose. You can choose the texture and the volume that you bring in there. So it can be soft and fluttery and flirty, and it can be quick, furious, inside, and the feet allow us up there, from down there, from all the way down there, all the way up there. They allow us to give in. And we can take our arms and put them further away, place them or move them away from the shoulder blade, and find the communication that we receive from our palms into our shoulder blades, moving it all around. And again, if we take this Africa map, then we can turn it over, have South Africa up there, Egypt down there. Interesting thought. What would happen? And put them in your elbows, the shoulder blades in your elbows, to better the movement inside. And you can communicate with all the parts up there, the heart, the lungs, and have your feet grounded and have your body free. So the one holding on to the ground makes way for this upper party to go on. Find more areas in the space around you that you can move within. And you can bend yourselves forwards and sideways, kind of repositioning the blades on our back, taking Africa on this trip. Going on. And keep going, finding more places to put your blades on. So you get more movement. You can literally put it on our hips, have them slide and glide from our hips into our pelvis. What would happen if we would put them next to our kneecaps? There's a similarity there between the kneecaps and the shoulder blades, right? They're both kind of extra bones, completely connected to the movement of the bones they're on. So if we put them on our knees and have them dance on our shoulders without moving our feet, we still get all this movement. So there's a lesson in there that we really don't need a lot in order to move. We can also make it smaller. We can bring it back later just to make that point. We can make it small, just have our shoulder blades slide over our backs, over our chest, over our hips, over our pelvis, into our ears, into our jaws. Maybe under our feet even. We could place them there and have that initial searching of the foot, of the place for the foot on the shoulder blade. So keep going, because I'm going to change the song now that I'm into the session. And you just keep finding a place for your feet to ground and for your shoulder blades to dance so they can move around. Okay, so keep going. see if there's a change in how you're giving into it, if you're have more movement maybe in our shoulders, more comfort in our chest, more air, our shoulder blades more, something different, our hips, our knees, still our feet on the ground, and collecting it in, kind of just slowly bringing Africa back to its place on our backs. South Africa goes back down, south. Egypt is back up here, next to us. So it all settles down, all in its place. Maybe more comfortable.